गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पतान् शृण्वन्नोतिमिषेदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्ये नमो नमः। वेदवेदान्तवेदाङ्ग विद्यास्थानेभ्यैव च सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषं पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातं तपोनिधिं। व्यासाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। अचतुर्वदनो ब्रह्मा द्विबाहुरुपरो हरिः अभाललोचनः शम्भुः भगवान् बादरायणः। ॐ सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। We'll read from 73rd. अक्षरम् अमरान्तघ्रतेः सा च प्रशासनात् अन्यभावव्यावृत्तेश्च ईक्षते कर्म विपदेशात् सह दहरोत्तरेभ्यः गति शब्दाभ्यां तथा हि दृष्टं लिंगं च धृतेश्च महिम्नोऽस्यास्मिन्नुपलब्धेः। प्रसिद्धेश्च इतर परामर्शात् स इति चेन्नासंभवात् उत्तरात् चेदाविर्भूतस्वरूपस्तु अन्यार्थश्च परामर्शः अल्पश्रुतेरिति चेत्तदुक्तम् अनुकृतेस्तस्य च अपि च स्मर्यते 307 अपि च दृग्रूपत्वं प्राज्ञस्य एव आत्मनः स्मर्यते भगवद्गीतासु न तद्भासयते सूर्यः न शशांको न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम इति यदादित्यगतं तेजः जगद्भासयतेऽखिलम् यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्नौ तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकम् इति च. We were seeing the sixth adhikaran, and in this sixth adhikaran the mantra for discussion is Kathopanishad mantra 2.2.10 न तत्र सूर्यो भाति विचंद्र तारकम. This mantra you heard that Purupakshi had claimed that here the word tat tatra tameva bhantam tasya refers to the elemental light, and Bhashyakar Bhagavan Vedavyas says it refers to the Atma or the Self. And in that portion we saw the first sutra, that this refers to how it refers to the Self only. So we had seen the Purupaksh yesterday. Two Purupaksh were there. So Anukrutes tasya cha. So two reasons were there, because the light is shining posterior and it is the cause also. Tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati, because of the posteriority and dependency. This light is not the elemental light. Then some Purupaksh was coming, and in that Purupaksh you saw, he gave two Purupaksh, that if like the sunlight overwhelms the star and moonlight, similarly this light overwhelms the sunlight. And second thing is the imitation should be of the same nature. And this was refuted by around 5 or 6 arguments by Shankaracharya Bhagavan. By Bhagavan Vedavyas, then Shankaracharya Bhagavan. Okay. So one was Pratyakshatvat. So this one was Pratyaksh. Second is there is no rule existing like that. That two of the same nature should be illumined and illuminating, rather the illuminator should be different than the illumined. This was second point. What was the third point? Sarvam word was taken, non-restricted was there. Fourth point, see, Prakaranat means contextually. Then Purushartha Bhavat, there is no Purusharth. And last point was that Shruti will not talk about the topic of Pratyaksh Pramana. So we had seen this mantra in detail, this sutra in detail. I will now go to next sutra. Next sutra is very simple sutra. It is a sequel to this sutra. It says, Apicha smaryate. Apicha smaryate means that in this particular sutra, Bhagavan Vedavyas answers a possible doubt. What is a possible doubt? He is saying that you said that Sati Saptami is not there, Vishaya Saptami is there. Sati Saptami, this being so, and in the Vishaya Saptami, you said, so that interpretation with regard to Vishaya Saptami, it only explained also, and that what you are saying, Natatra, with regard to Atma, sun does not shine. You are saying like that. He is saying that I am not comfortable with this interpretation. He used the word Sati Saptami. Sati Saptami means what? This being so. Natatra. That object being there. Sun does not shine. This was one thing. And what Bhashyakar is saying with regard to, with reference in the topic of. So he said, I am not clear. You are unnecessarily changing it. Why? Because there are two words. One is Bhati word. Bhati means is a verb which shines. I told you there are two verbs. One is transitive verb, other is intransitive verb. Transitive verb means which has an object. And in which you can put what and get the answer. That is called transitive verb. An intransitive verb is in which you cannot put what, and therefore you have no answer also. Supposing you say he is talking. Is it transitive or intransitive? You cannot say what. If I say he is talking, is it possible that he is talking without any object? He is talking something, he will be talking. So it will be transitive. But supposing I say he is smiling. So if you put a question what to the sentence and don't get any answer, because it is not possible. What is not possible? What smiling? So that smile is not only on any object. He is smiling. He is eating what he is eating. He is talking what he is talking. He is running. Is it transitive or intransitive? Why? You can see what? What he is running what? I'm not saying on what. He is running what? So you cannot get the answer. You have no such question existing there. So when you have the answer to the question what, which is an object, then it is called transitive verb. And when it has no object, then it is called intransitive verb. Like he's eating. Transitive or intransitive? Transitive. Because he's eating something. He cannot eat without, his action of eating is on some object. That is called he's eating. Okay. So therefore it is called transitive verb. So this word called bhati, shining. Shining is intransitive verb. But you make it that it is shining. Illuminating is transitive verb. Shining word, something is shining. Shining is an intransitive verb. It doesn't require an object. But something is illuminating. So this question comes on what it is illuminating. On what is it illuminating there? So illuminating means something is being lit. Okay. So more we will see in grammar class, but this much to understand this. So this is called transitive and intransitive verb. So bhati word is a intransitive verb. It's shining. But bhasyati, it is illuminating, then it becomes a transitive verb. So Upanishad is using intransitive verb and you are making it a transitive verb. Urupaksh is saying by making it illuminate, it cannot illuminate the sun. So we mean the primary verb is converted to causal verb. Causal verb, I told you that saha patati, he is reading. But if ya is added, saha pathayati, he is making him read. He is making him read. He is making read. He is teaching. Teaching is called pathayati. So it's called causal verb. So one is primary verb, other is called causal verb. Is it clear? Is it clear? And the answer is given by Veda Vyas Bhagwan. Like hasati. Hasati means he is laughing. But hasayati, he is making others laugh. Hasayati. Like khadati, he is eating. But khadayati, he is making others eat. So bhati is shining, irrespective of anything. But bhasayati, if you say that, is making something else shine. So here Purupaksh is saying that although in this particular statement the simple verb is there, it is shining. You made it, no, it is. In the light of that, sun does not shine. So why you converted the simple verb into a causal verb? So answer was given by Vyas Bhagwan. He said that, okay, let's go another way. Already I explained it, but you are not understanding. If you are uncomfortable with the Shruti Vakya, we will go to the Smriti Vakya. Smriti means that which elaborates the Shruti Vedas, that is called Smriti. Smriti means, like Upanishad has said, Kurvan neveha karmani jiji vishet shatagam sama evam tvai nanyate tosti na karma lipyate nare. Ishavasya, second mantra. By doing alone you can do an action, otherwise you will not be tainted. Ab this is one mantra. This whole mantra is elaborated in third chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Third chapter of Bhagavad Gita is commentary on second mantra of Ishavasya. This is Smriti's work. It elaborates one mantra. It is not saying something independently. It goes behind the Shruti and it elaborates in detail. Like yesterday you heard that one should meditate. Yasmindyo prithvi chantariksham manasa pranaischa sarve tame vaikam janata atmanam. One should meditate on the Atma. This was said. And after this was said, tame vaikam janata atmanam. And then it was said, you should meditate on the Atma. What is the Atma which they meditated upon? That is elaborated in 6th chapter. So what is mentioned in one small mantra in Vedas is elaborated through many shlokas in Smriti. Smriti means like Bhagavad Gita, which has come from some person. Shruti has not come from any person. Shruti has been revealed to the respective rishis, and there is no name sometimes. But Bhagavad Gita is declared by Bhagavan Krishna. Manu Smriti, Yagyavalkya Smriti. So in the Smriti, he says, let us go to the Smriti. So he quotes the Smriti mantra of Bhagavad Gita. Natad bhasayate surya. What are you doing? Here, there, and quiet. Natad bhasyate surya. Na shashanko na pavakaha. Nema viddito bhanti guto yamagni. Natad bhasyate surya na shashanko na pavakaha. Yad kattva na nivartante tad dhama paramam mama. 15th chapter you hear that. So here the word, which word is there? Bhasayate. See? Bhasyate. He quoted. So here he said, you are saying you are making it from simple verb to make it shine. Here the element word has come now. Their sun does not illuminate. Bhasyate means does not illuminate. Bhasyate word means, the word bhasyate is used, and earlier was bhati word. In the Upanishad, Katha Upanishad, na tatra suryo bhati. And bhasyate means to make it shine, to illuminate. And therefore, bhasyate means illuminates. We have not violated any rules. We are going by Lord Krishna's interpretation. So Lord Krishna only has taken it from this Upanishad. Okay. So this, he is quoting the Smriti to substantiate his point. Bhagavan Ved Vyas, he said what I was saying, you are saying you are converted the shining word to illuminating. I am not saying out of my, this is said in the Smriti also. This is the meaning of this particular mantra. I hope this is clear. The simple mantra is there. Now let us see the word analysis. Word analysis, there are 3 words. What are those 3 words? Apicha smaryate. Apicha means moreover. Moreover means what? Already I had told 2 reasons. Anukritehe and tasya. So these are 2 reasons. And ismaryate. Ab ismaryate, which smriti praman he is giving is not said. So Smriti, this is the work of Bhaskar, that he will say, okay, I'll tell you where he is telling from. So Smriti, Smaryate means it is remembered also. So Smaryate means Smriti Pramanam asti. There is a Smriti Pramana also. There is a Smriti Pramana, and Bhagavan Shankaracharya gives two Pramana. These are the two Pramana. One is Natad Bhasyate Surya, Na Shashanko Na Pavaka, Yad Gatva Na Nivartante Tad Dhama Paramam Mama. And second he says on the same chapter, Yada Dityagatam Tejaha Jagad Bhasayate Kilam Yachandramasi Yachagnav Tat Tejo Vidhi Mamakam. So this is given by another Pramana is there. Both are mentioned in your book, in your Bhashya only. Both the words are there. So same chapter, that Yada Dityagatam Tejaha, that light by which the sun shines, that light by which the moon shines is my light, not its own light. So it is shining by some other light also. Tat Tejo Vidhi Mamakam. Why? Because I told you, unless the light of consciousness pervades the external light, you will have no knowledge about the external light. Got my point? If that light is not pervaded by the light of consciousness, so how the knowledge takes place? The external light gives bath to the object. But my light of consciousness gives bath to that external light, which pervades the object. Then I have the knowledge of the object. So two lights are required. My light should pervade the sun. Therefore, sun will be seen. Sunlight will be seen. The light of consciousness which goes through my eyes, that should pervade the sun. So that light has to pervade. This is the meaning of this particular mantra. Yena Suryasya tapati tejasai tha. Because of that light alone, the sun shines. Sun does not shine by its own light. Oh, that means that is not self-revealing. That sun is not self-revealing. Right? My light has to make that sun shine. Means what? Means that if I is not there, consciousness is not there, none of them will be there. Because their existence is dependent on the consciousness. It is just like that. In the sun also there is an existence. In the sun also there is existence. Now existence cannot exist apart from consciousness. Because if existence is different than consciousness, then existence will become inert. And anything inert dies away. So existence will become non-existence. So the consciousness will be there also. Where? Sun. Consciousness is me also. I am also consciousness. So are there two consciousnesses? That one is in the sun, other is in me? No. Because if two consciousnesses are there, both will become inert. Because both will become object of each other. And then consciousness will also die. Because anything inert, anything which is drishya will be died. And therefore the consciousness which is in the sun is the same consciousness which is in me. So what do you mean to say? I want to say that in me only sun is shining. Sun is shining in me. Not that I am somewhere else and sun is somewhere else. The sunshine is happening in me. Not that I saw sunshine. I did not see sunshine. Rather in me sun was shining. And in me only sets also. This is called that existence and the consciousness in the sun is because of me. This sutra is to tell that all luminosity is the expression of consciousness. Like in the dream, sunshine is there. When you dream, you say sunshine. In the dream, you saw that sun is shining. But actually, the dream is not, there is nothing called separate sun in the dream other than the consciousness. It is consciousness only appearing as the dream sun in the dream. A dream star is there, a dream moon is there, a dream tube light is there, dream bulb is there. All are happening in me only. There is nothing called, but that dream sun cannot know the dream consciousness. It cannot illuminate the consciousness. I hope you are clear. It cannot objectify the consciousness. It is because of the consciousness of the dream that sun is able to shine. This is the meaning. So big I am. Yes. Oh, I did not know that. So, very good to know I am very important. No, not your body is not important. Your consciousness is the only important. And as yours is important, everybody else is important also. So you're not some special person. Your same consciousness is everywhere. Oh, yes. In me only thing is, yes, in you only sun is coming, sun is going, it is shining, it is setting, it is, all stars are shining. And because of your light, your does not mean body, your means the light of consciousness. Okay. This is the completion of this sutra. Generally, we think one person is sitting in some place and time. But glory is that whole sun also, whole moon also, they are all illumined. Because of my illumination, they are all illumined. This is the glory of Atma. What about this small body? And what's the problem of the body? There is no problem of the body. How can the problem of the body be in the Atma when I myself am there? And I am so big that in my presence only my light has been borrowed and it has been taken as sunlight. Imagine. Then where is my small problem? There is no existence of that small problem. When I lend my light to the sun, where from I can be dark? Where can I be gloomy? So gloominess, dark, all these things are false appearances. That light, which is beyond time and space, it is shining all the time as it was, as it will be. And there is no diminishing and fluctuation in that light. Light, our light fluctuates. We all have fluctuating light. Mind is fluctuating. Outside the temple also only is fluctuating. Near the fountain, opposite the fountain, there is one light fluctuating. The temple light. It's not like this fluctuating light. It is constant light, as it was, as it is. Itne bade hain aap? Yes, I am so big. But I am very sad. This is your false nature that you are thinking you are sad. Your thought that I am sad is a false nature. I'm ahead of him. This is also false. There is only one. There is nothing called ahead and behind. You can't say one part of a space is behind, one part is ahead. The ahead and behind is possible when two are there. And only one light is there. Who is ahead and who is behind? When your whole body is walking, you can't say that head is ahead, feet is behind. Whole body is walking only. This is the meaning of the whole sutra. I hope it is clear to you all. Let me conclude it. So therefore, complete sutra is tasmat tachabdartha paramatma smriti parma. Tasmat tachabdartha paramatma smriti pramanat. Therefore, the meaning of the tat shabd is Paramatma or Brahman only. Okay, this is just to tell the mahima of that Paramatma, that we say sun is very big. We have so much of mahima on the sun. We have so much of glory of the sun. Everybody worships sun. Even the Western people also worship. Egypt also, they were sun worshippers. Sun worshippers, moon worshippers, tree worshippers. This sun worship was very popular all over the world. Earlier also, even the tribals used to worship the sun. He said, what sun you are worship, this is also dependent. On whom? On that consciousness. So why you are thinking you are very small? Why you are thinking you are very low? Why you are thinking you need this and that person? Why you are so much becoming low and sad and left over? Why you are feeling like that? This is the indication here. Why you are feeling I went to Delhi and one lady was there, very good house. And she was feeding me the lunch. I had to go to airport and she was giving me the lunch. And she said, I don't want to go to a party, etc. And even satsang, etc. I said, why? And what reason she gave me a shock. And rich house. Husband is in very prominent position. And many times I have gone to her house. And then she says, I'm not good looking. Imagine that. I'm not that good looking. I say, they can think like that. And there's a young girl, she has children also, grown up children. I said, but I don't feel that you are not good looking. That is we are known by our mind and known by our closeness to God, not outer things. All the looks gets distorted later on. This body is like that. Can you say that my mother is not good looking or my father is not good looking? When you see your mother, you don't feel my mother is not good looking. But these things can also come in the mind. That surprised me. Such a complexes are also there. How Prashad is saying that on you the whole world is shining. And here I am identified to one small body made out of 5 elements. One small piece of 5 elements. And there I am struggling to make it big, which I want to make this body's fame more, body's admiration more. कितनी गलत बात है, देखो, this is wrong. We get carried away by these bodies. And therefore we are suffering because I have stuffed myself inside this body. And I am working for this body. Gurudev used to say that if you put a shoes, and shoes are 2 numbers small, supposing your size is 10 and you put 7, 8 number, it will bite you. Shoes, I don't know you have. I don't put on shoes. All my slippers are enough. So if you put on, then you feel it itching or it is biting. That Paramatma which is all pervading. There is no time and space. You have put on in the shoes of body. And you are trying to adjust constantly. So your uneasiness is there in the body. Because you have identified with the body, therefore it is uneasy identification. You are not comfortable in your body. Let us see in nutshell 5 points before we conclude this adhikaran. One is Vishayaha. What is Vishayaha? Subject matter. Meaning of Tat word. Tat Sabdartha. Here, Mundaka Upanishad 2.2 by 10. This is called Vishayaha. Then comes, bolo, Samshayaha. What is the Samshaya? Whether it is the elemental light or the spiritual light or Paramatma. It is the ordinary light of the sun, like something like that, which is known by the eyes or is it a spiritual light which is the source of all illumination? Knowing principle. It is the knowing principle in which trio is absent. Nor knowledge, known. This is the doubt. Third is Purpaksh. Purpaksh says, Purpaksh means opponent. He says it is elemental light only. Why? Because it is all around the differences of this element light. Sun, moon, star is the Purpaksh. Siddhanti means Vedvyas Bhagwan. He says no. It is the light of consciousness because of how many reasons? 3 reasons. Vedvyas Bhagwan has given. Shankaracharya gave another reasons. 3 reason was there, posterior. Then second, no, don't mix that. What Vedvyas Bhagwan has said, don't mix with Shankar. No. So one is posterior, other is tasya, means dependent. And third is don't mix 6 points. Third is no. Third is Smriti Pramana. It is mentioned also. This is mentioned in the Smriti also. So 3 reasons are there. One reason is it is shining posterior. Second reason is it is dependent. And third reason is about that is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita also. This is the Siddhanti. Is it clear? And then Sangati, it is called, its positional justification is already there. So this completes this Adhikarana. Anukritya Adhikaran is there. Anukritya Adhikaran, this completes 2 sutras are there. Anukritya Adhikaran. Now we will go to next Adhikaran, which is the 7th Adhikaran, 7th topic of the 3rd quarter of the 1st chapter. Let us read it, and after reading, I will go through the Bhashya, then we will see what is there. One page let us read today. Shabdadeva Pramitaha Shabdadeva Pramitaha. My eyes broke it. Shabdadeva Pramitaha. Can we read the Bhashya? Or you are tired? Not tired. Okay, let us read the Bhashya, one page, 2 page, because we didn't read sufficiently. Angushtamatra Purushaha Madhye Atmani Tishtati Iti Shruyate Tatha Angushtamatra Purushaha Jyotirva Dhumakaha Ishano Bhuta Bhavyasya Sa Evadya Sa Ushvaha Etad Vaitata Iti Cha Tatra Yaha Ayam Angushtamatra Purushaha Shruyate Sa Kim Vijnanatma Kim Va Paramatma iti samshayah Tatra parimana upadesha Tavad vijnana Atma iti praptam Nahi anantayam Nahi ananta Ayama vistarasya Paramatmanaha Angushta परिमाणम उपपद्यते विज्ञाना विज्ञानात्मनः तु उपाधिमत्वात् संभवति कयाचित् कल्पनया अंगुष्ठमात्रत्वम् स्मृतेश्च अथ सत्यवतः कायात् पाशबद्धं वशं गतम् अंगुष्ठमात्रं पुरुषं निश्चकर्ष यमो बलात् इति नहीं परमेश्वरः बलाद्यमेन निष्क्रष्टुं शक्यः तेन तत्र संसारी अंगुष्ठमात्रः निश्चितः स एव इह अपि इति एवं प्राप्ते ब्रूमः परमात्मा एव अयम् अंगुष्ठमात्र परिमितः पुरुषो भवितुम् अर्हति कस्मात् शब्दात् ईशानो भूतभव्यस्य नहि अन्यः परमेश्वरात् भूतभव्यस्य निरंकुशम् ईशिता एतद्वै तत् इति च प्रकृतं पृष्ठम् इह अनुसन्दधाति एतद्वै तत् यत् पृष्ठं ब्रह्मेति अर्थः पृष्ठं चेह ब्रह्म अन्यत्र धर्मात् अन्यत्र धर्मात् अन्यत्रस्मात् कृतात् अन्यत्र भूताच्च भव्याच्च यत् तत् पश्यसि तद्वद इति शब्दाद् एव इति अभिधान श्रुतेः एव ईशान इति परमेश्वरोऽयम् गम्यते इत्यर्थः. Let us move to another prakaran, and this adhikaran, what is the name of this adhikaran? It is Pramita adhikaran, not Pramisha, Pramita adhikaran. You can write anything. So it is called Pramita adhikaran. Why Pramita adhikaran? Because of the name. See, the first sutra is Shabdadeva Pramitaha. But generally the adhikaran is on the first name, but here it is taken second name. Why? Don't worry. It can take any name. Don't ask this question. Generally, this is called Pramita adhikaran. So, and this is also some two mantras there. Two mantras there in this adhikaran. Sorry, two sutras are there in this adhikaran. Two sutras. It's a smaller adhikaran. Oh, from where? Which mantra has been taken? This you have well heard from Kathopanishad. And Kathopanishad, you open your mantra pushpam book, and in that mantra pushpam you read 2.1 Kathopanishad, second chapter, first valli, and 12th and 13th mantra you see. Second chapter, first valli, 12th and 13th mantra you see. What is their 12th and 13th mantra? You got it? Angushtamatra Purushaha, still they are struggling to open only. Because you don't open regularly, therefore you are taking time. Angushtamatra Purusha, you got it? 12th and 13th mantra. Second chapter, first valli. Mila? Angushtamatra Purushaha Madhye Atmani Tishtati Ishano Bhuta Bhavyasya Sana Tato Vijugupsate. She has not yet got. Why you have not got? You have got, all of you? You also not got. Not third valli, second chapter, first valli, 2.1. Second chapter, first valli, 13th and 12th mantra is there. Sira has not got that. Angushtamatra Purushaha Madhye Atmani Tishtati Ishano Bhuta Bhavyasya Na Tato Vijugupsate. This is the 12th mantra. The next is Angushtamatra Purushaha Jyotirivadhumagaha Ishano Bhuta Bhavyasya Sa Evadya Sa Ushvaha Etadvaitat. Is it clear? मिल गया सबको? Okay. Now what is said in this mantra? After that we will see what is the problem. Why they had to go to the court? What is the problem? So what is this thing here? In this mantra, Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam is revealed. Oneness of Jiva and Paramatma. Especially 13th mantra Bhashkar will take. So first line is talking about Jivatma. First line is talking about Jivatma. And second line is talking about Paramatma Aikyam. Oneness of the Jivatma and Paramatma. First line is talking about Jivatma. And second line is talking about oneness of Jivatma and Paramatma. Paramatma Aikyam. And here, Jiv is defined in a typical manner. How is the Jiv defined? Angushtamatra Purusha. Who is of the size of thumbs? Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Like that. Like in, Parikshit Ji was also like that. They saw one baby in the size of thumb is inside the womb of the mother. Angushtamatra. And what is his name? His name is AP. AP, Angushtamatra Purusha. Therefore his name is AP. Why one word Purish is there? Purush means Purishete. One who dwells in this body. Puri means body. Body is called Puri. City. Right? Because the Jiv comes and goes. Therefore it is called city. It is dweller. Jiv is a dweller. It came and it will leave the body. Only problem is, other houses are there, you live, somebody else can occupy. But this is a useless one. This cannot be occupied. Otherwise, another Jiv will come. So difficult. Supposing you leave the body. And your body is there. And now another Jiv comes in the body. And how difficult it is to adjust after that. So, this is a horrible jeep. That person was very good. Now people will confuse this, the old one or the new one. What problem हो जाएगी? Therefore भगवान से let us dispose it off. Let us give a fresh one. Anyway, that second G will also say, no, I got old body, I want a new one. Bhagavan said, okay, don't worry, I'll give you new body. So this was Puri Shete, one who sleeps in this city, dwells. Sha means dwells. He dwells. Not revel, dwells. Therefore this Jeev is called Purush. Acha. And what is the size is there? Angusht Matra. It is of the size of this thumb. Okay. Where is it in location? Madhya Atmani Tishtati. Here Atma does not mean self. Atma means body. It is in the midst of the body. Where that means? Midst of the body? Heart. Heart. When you say this, I'm speaking. I'm speaking. Who did this work? I did this. You don't touch your stomach, but I say. You don't say, I did it. You don't say, I did it. Yes, specifically you say, no, I did it. I. Now you touch your feet, I did. So here the Jeev is located here. Oh. Atmani means Shariri, in the midst of the body. So Jeev Atma is residing in the heart. Okay. Then what about the nature of this Jeev Atma? Second line. Ishana. Ishana is a good name. One player was in Ishan Sharma. So Ishana. Ishana is whose name? Shivji's name is Ishana. Ishana Sarva Vidyanam Ishvara Sarvbhutanam Brahmadivati Brahmanodivati Brahma Shivam. So he is the Lord of all. Ishana. Ishana means Lord, God. Of what? Bhutamavyasya. Bhut means all the past creator. Everything that had happened in the past, everything belonging to the past is called Bhuta. And Bhavya means all belonging to the future is called Bhavya. What about present? Hare Bhai, one who is of the Lord of past and Lord of future, he will be also Lord of present also. So he is the Lord of past and present. Who? Ishvara. That. Please note, first line was telling about the Jeev. Now second line is telling about the Ishvara. And this interesting thing is that the Upanishad says both are one now. One who knows this. Ishano bhuta bhavyasya na tato vijugupsate. Na tato vijugupsate. What will happen then? Supposing you know yourself that I am the one all pervading. There is no desire for security. Jugupsa means gopaitum ichha. Desire to be secure. Shrutam me gopaya. Every day we chant, no? Shrutam me gopaya means. What is the meaning of that? Huh? Whatever I have. Whatever I have heard. Let it not be forgotten. Very important. Because every day we forget. We don't forget what text was going on. So, Shrutam me gopaya. Please protect. So, gop means to protect. Therefore, Gupta word had come. Gupta word is come for those who are protector of money. Just to hold the money. For Gupta, held. Gup. So gopaitum ichha jugupsa. The desire to protect and secure is called Vijugupsa. So, but who knows himself as all pervading, he doesn't have desire to protect. Why? 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 Huh? Because there is, anything which is insecure that needs security. Where there is nothing else other than that, who will be insecure? It is not in time. By water, you can harness the water. Because water is not there, it is here. But space you need not harness, space is everywhere. So that self which is beyond time, it cannot be lost. So how do you need to protect it? You protect something which can be lost. What cannot be lost? No need to protect it. And who will protect? Protector and protector should be different. But that is only one is there. There is no difference of protector and protected. So who will protect whom? There is nobody else to protect that Paramatma. And because of that reason, so one who knows that I am the self, after that, he doesn't have any insecurity. You take it. You want my body, you take it. I was reading and Gurudev also said, there is a book called My Trek to Uttarakhand. Very thin book is there. You should read it. Gurudev's book, at least read it. There he says, before he took sannyas of the Bonj Maharaj, he went to all Uttarakhand. So he went to one Mahatma. And that Mahatma was sitting in his cottage. And there was abscess on his feet. On the abscess were worms. And if the worms were falling down, he was taking the worms and putting back on the abscess. He said the body has fulfilled the purpose, so let somebody have the food if they want. When he came back, that Mahatma has left the body. This is called, there is no insecurity for the body. You can take it if you want. I give the example of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, if you remember. You remember that? He wrote one book on Nyaya. He was a brilliant boy. Nimai was his name. This place called Navadvip in Mayapuri, near Calcutta. So already in all the other places, other scholars' book was very popular. He said, let me see your book. So he took his book. He read it. Scholar. When he read, he felt that my book is inferior to Nimai's book. And if this book comes into circulation, people will forget about my book. And this he told that don't bring your book out. He went to Nimai and they were on the boat. He said, don't bring your book out. My book will be overshadowed by your book. So Nimai took his book and dropped in the ocean. He said, that's fine. So one who does not have ego, he is not insecure. Body identification is the cause of insecurity. Who will take care of my body? Body belongs to God. One who is taking care of the trees and sun and moon is also one part of his creation. So I need not worry about this body. Food will come to this body also. But when I want to establish myself, I put myself in some track and race. Then I'm gone after that. I think yesterday also I was telling about this point. That Lakshmanji's greatness was, he never put himself into some track in front of many servants of Bhagavan Ram. Bharatji was also one servant. Sugri was also there. Hanumanji was also there. Hanumanji was great in swiftness. You heard that. He was very fast and swift. Lakshmanji was not fast and swift. But he never felt insecure because he had come. Our basic nature has become insecurity. Jeev by nature is insecure. Bodily insecure, health-wise insecure, love is insecure, respect is insecure. Everything is insecure. So one who is not identified with the body, what is the reason? What is insecure? There is no insecurity. Is there any way you do it? What does it matter? हमें चाहिए ही नहीं कुछ. I don't want anything. What will you give me? About what you don't want, you are not insecure. It is our want only that makes us insecure. I don't want this body. This body is just one object. It will go away. When he realizes that I am the Ishana Sarv Bhut Bhavyasya, I am the Lord of all, then he is not insecure. That Jeev. And I am all pervasive. It will be clarified, don't worry. Purpaksh will come and ask many questions. Just hold on. I'm just describing what is the problem here. So what is the mantra here? Got my point. So he's not worried about that this body is there. He said, okay, my name is there, you take my name. Take your name. I'm doing the work, you can use your name. No problem. Some are so egoless people. He said, I'll do the work, you can keep your name. It's not an issue for me. So we move with the big baggage of our ego. We have a big problem of baggage. We have done so many actions in the past and that is hanging on our neck. And therefore we feel little smaller and we feel left out, we feel insecure. We feel cut. And then there's no such issue is not there. As far as issues are there, these issues are not there. Okay. So then Ishana Bhut Bhavyasya. And last line is last quarter. Sa ev adya sa ushva. He is today and he'll be tomorrow. That means eternal. He's all the time. Who? That Angusht Matra Purush. Oh. That Jeev is Paramatma there. Are you are saying Angusht Matra? Are wait, bring the question later on. Let me first clarify. Then what is the problem here that this shlok had to reach Brahma Sutra? Problem is with the word Angusht Matra. Is it referring to Jivatma or is it referring to Paramatma? Same word. Purpaksh came, he said, Bhai, I have a problem. I think it refers to limited Jivatma. Siddhanti says, I think it refers to Paramatma. This is the contention. Got my point. Now the topic will start that it is referring to first sutra. Ved Vyas Bhagavan will say, no, it is referring to Paramatma alone and not the Jivatma. And this topic we will see from tomorrow. Oh. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadakshate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namah. Hari Om.